Hello, truckers and adventurers, and welcome back to SnowRunner Season 18 as we continue. We are currently about halfway through Season 18. We should get there easily today. Hopefully today starts off better than yesterday. Yesterday, in the first 2 minutes, I rolled over. And I'm in a twin steer, long wheelbase. This thing does tend to get a little wobbly here and there, so we'll see. We are on the first map. I'm going to be starting off today by doing a regular task. And we got to deliver water and cement. I got 2 cement on the twin steer. The water is already up there. We just got to deliver it. Again, like always, at the end of yesterday's stream, took a little break, came back on here, and little bit by little bit, I got things prepared for today to get some jobs done right away. So hopefully we can get these done. Yeah, this twin steer likes to lean quite a bit. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend so far. It is a Saturday. And for us here in the States, it's a holiday. And if you're celebrating, be safe out there. Be careful of what you do. Make sure you go home with all 10 fingers. If you know, you know. So we're going to be starting off, hopefully getting this cement delivered up here. Yeah, this twin steer, I'm finding out taking it off-road is something I'm not sure I should be doing too much of, because it just tends to lean quite a bit. Doesn't seem like the chassis likes to twist a little bit, as a chassis shouldn't, but hopefully we can get up to this area up here. If I don't make it up there and I happen to tip over, I do believe I got one of my Azovs up there, and I think the Azov has a crane on it and a carrier on it, so I can come pick this stuff up. Hello, John. Welcome. Good Saturday to you. So I'm going to try to take it a little slow with the twin steer. I just don't trust it off-road. Not the fact of getting stuck, whatever, it's the fact of it tipping over. So I think we got about maybe 5 jobs lined up to start today with things ready to rock and roll. And then we'll have to start searching of what to do afterwards. And then we'll also have to see if we can unlock some jobs. We got a lot of jobs. I think I counted yesterday at the end of the stream. I got like 19 contracts that are currently still locked. So I'm hoping that when we get a couple of them done today, that they'll unlock a lot of the other ones. I'm worried about a corner I'm going to take with this here in a little while. It's going to be a sharp corner. Also down here at this little dip. Hopefully the front bumper doesn't get stuck in the ground. I think the twin steer will be sitting high enough it may not do that. Yeah, so now I got to make this corner with the twin steer. This ought to be fun. I feel like I might tip over here. Okay, actually, that wasn't bad at all. I thought that was going to lean one way more than the other at the angle I was taking. Hello, Adam. Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. PC Wolves continues. You had a DisplayPort cable fail. I don't think I've ever had a DisplayPort cable fail either. But I mean, anything can fail, but I would be wondering why did it fail. You're going to be fine here, Twin Steer. Maybe in your last couple days when you've been fooling around with changing out the motherboard and all that, maybe you pinched the cable working around it. Possibly. Whose bright idea was it to bring a twin steer up through all this mess? I think I missed my marker. I always miss that road. I think I always mark this road to my right to take it to this point, and for some reason I always miss it. I always am turning up and going around the rough side. Hello, David. Welcome. Hope you're having a nice weekend so far. Thanks for stopping on in. You're able to get a cable first thing in the morning. That's kind of a, I think where I live, I don't know where I would go. I mean, I have to go shop, I have to travel about a good 45 minutes to get to a decent city that has stores. Then I would have to figure out where I would go to get certain things. But I also think at this point, I have a lot of spares stuff around. I could make something work for a couple days so I could order something online and wait for it that way. Gonna have a good old parking lot up here at this campsite here very soon. That big twin steer can't knock down that little bit of a tree. Okay. There's my water tanker. And this is where the cement needs to go. All right, there's the cement. Let's change trucks. And I can't get into... Now let me clear all that because I missed one of my pinpoints there. Get into the Mercer. Water management, give them their 300 liters of water. 1,110 experience, 13,200 in cash. And we're off to a good start. Have a store 10 minutes away. Takes me 10 minutes just to get out of my own town, but I don't have a whole lot going on where I'm at. Like I said, I got to travel about an hour or so to get to where I need to be. So yeah, I think everything else is going to be on the other map for now, right? I think I got everything here. The only other task I got... Oh, wait a minute. We could do this task while we're here. Supply vacations. Let me go ahead and start tracking. They want 2 consumables and a scout flatbed. I have got that stuff to here. The flatbed was from the service hub. If you remember, there's always a trailer in this corner with 2 containers on it. Well, I think it was meant for this job here because it wants 2 consumables and the flatbed. Let's jump into the Fords F750. And I got it this far. That's where I need to go, but I need to cross the river. The problem being, like always, I can't really find a place to cross here, and I don't know how it's going to go with this truck. You can kind of see on the mini-map, if I zoom in, not out, there is kind of like a road that goes here. I'm going to try to cross here. Now, I expect the water to get too high. So if the water gets too high, I'm going to turn off the engine so I don't damage the engine. We'll probably float down the river a little bit and then maybe get caught in these rocks. Possibly. Or it may not be as deep as I'm thinking it's going to be and we're going to be just fine. Let me get to the morning hours so I can kind of see a little bit better. So yeah, I can kind of see some rocks there, some rocks there. I just need to go there. Alright, let's see what happens. Dangerous water level. Alright, I'm kind of floating down the river. Taking a little bit of damage. Okay, now I'm starting to take quite a bit. Am I going to get caught in those rocks? How far downriver do you suppose I'm going to go? Okay, the water's not pushing me where I was hoping it would. Am I going to get stuck on these rocks here? Alright, so maybe this was the place to cross right here. Alright, so yeah, there is a place to cross on this island right there. Even in a scout vehicle like the Ford. Now I just really need to get out of this river. It's a big truck. Ford 750, I mean, as far as pickup trucks go, yes, it's a big truck. Alright, attach winch. Let's attach it from here to there. So close yet so far. Sorry about your lounge chair. Oh, okay, so that fence is not, that fence is not something you can just knock on over. No, 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 no. I don't want that cargo. Alright, cargo management, consumables. Alright, get the consumables out of there. Now I just got to get the trailer in the zone. There we go. 660 experience, $5,700 in cash. Turn off the Ford. Yeah, it's got a blown out tire. Half of the suspension is gone. Fuel tank's kind of done for. But the job is done. So currently I have no task to do on the map. But at least the ones I accepted. But if we go on down here, there are actually 2 more tasks on the map I haven't gotten to yet. So I'll have to get to those in a little bit. We're going to go to the Sierra. And if you hear at the end of yesterday's stream, I had a truck over here that ran out of fuel. I bought the Tatra over. And so on and so forth. If we just zoom... can I click on one of those? There's so much stuff here now. Hopefully everything's piled up the way it should be. Can I just click on one of these trucks here? No? Doesn't want to? I can't click on any of those trucks. We'll do it this way. Hopefully everything is on the trailers. Nothing's going to go flying when we load in here. But here's the Tatra with the metal rolls. You can see we're full of fuel. I brought over a fuel tanker. There is our Collab. This is full of fuel. So is the trailer full of fuel. We got all that set to go. But we're going to jump actually into... Hang on a second. Where are we here? Oh, the map spun around here. We're actually going to jump into the Dan. And the Dan is going to... which one is it? Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one here. So we got some oil barrels we're going to bring up to the sand quarry. And let's see, where again? I am here. So I'm going to want to go this way. I'm going to make sure I mark these correctly. When we get across that bridge, we want to go this way. Don't know this road too well. And then up here, and then obviously just get right to there. This has got a good amount of fuel on it, so we should be all set. The joys of no people are worth being out of town. Yes and no. So, I mean, I like being out on my own and not being around too many people. But the downside is when you need something, I gotta travel like an hour just to go get it. Or order it, wait for Amazon in a couple days. Also sucks like if it's 10 o'clock at night and you want to order some food. Even if it was midday, no one's delivering where I am anyways, so... DoorDash, Uber Eats, all that kind of stuff, almost non-existent where I live. And if they did deliver out where I am, it probably cost me more than the meal itself. But for the most part, I'm 95% happy of my living conditions, so I am not going to complain at all about it. Just got to learn to be prepared. Yeah, I do live out in the sticks, but on the plus side, I got fiber internet somehow. As long as I got that, I'm a happy camper. Full place to market right on top of that rock cliff. So the oil barrels is just part of this delivery. I got to deliver the drilling equipment, which is on the other map, and I need a crane to lift that up onto a semi-trailer. I think that's a 4 slot. Wonder what this game would be like in virtual reality. Meaning if you were sitting in the driver's seat. I mean, yeah, I could actually drive first person in the game here. But imagine VR driving this game and driving a truck like this on a cliff's edge. Every time I see a pile of metal over there like that, a little bit of roadcraft in me kicks in thinking, I remember there's spare metal up here you can grab. Alright, so how does one... Ah, I see. You want me probably to enter from over there. We can do that. I'm not going to YOLO off the cliff right here because I don't have a crane to lift this stuff up back on the flatbed. Alright, we have almost arrived. We're almost there. Another inch or two. I'll just pull this forward out of the way. I'm sure I'll use this again before I get here for the drilling equipment, I would think. But I don't know where. Alright, so we got that delivered. Now we're going to jump into, yep, the collab. And we're going to get this job right here up and going, because the only one I got left for the commission. But I need that roll of sheet metal. So it's going to pull beside the Tatra. Change trucks to the Tatra. Activate anchors. Grab that. And restore crane. All right, now turn that engine off. Change trucks. Okay, so yeah, we're going down and in. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to that one right away. I'm going to maybe try to... I have no idea. They made dropping these off all rather difficult. It looks difficult from the mini-map. Maybe once I get down there, it won't be as bad. Well, we're just going to drive on in here. Hoping that sheet metal doesn't fall off. Come on now. Are we really going to get stuck here? So close yet so far. And I can't really see what I'm hung up on either. Oh, can I back out of this situation? Uh... We're not moving forward. The truck is just spinning, but if I can get the truck on a different surface, maybe it'll grab better. Well, I could bring the Vultra in here. The Vultra. That's Farming Simulator. The Tatra in here and move things around, but I think I'll go deliver that stuff first, I guess. Get that stuff off of here. Alright, so this one here, this job is actually here. And is it this one? Yes, that's the one we gotta do. So then I'll bring the Tatra back and hopefully help us out. That's not where I marked it, man. I marked it there. There we go. And then down through here. think I can go all the way through here. And then we need to somehow get over to here. And then just up and around that way. Let's see. All-wheel drive. I think I'll just put this in low plus. Then what I can do is I can come back, use the crane on the Tatra, unload from the big trailer, and deliver that stuff that way. If everything goes well here. Oop, don't like diff lock being out on the bridge. Let that diff lock cool down. So it says deliver the service trailer. Service trailer I have already brought there. But I didn't put it into the trigger because I want to use the service trailer to repair stuff if I need to. Maybe I should turn diff lock off. For an all rear steer, this thing does not turn well sometimes. All right, let me turn off diff lock so I don't overheat it and burn it. So now on this map, I got a fuel carrier where we just left. I got a fuel carrier at the north end of the map over by the tunnel. Wait, what is that highlighted for? Is there something I should be visiting here? One of these has visit something. Ah, so that was an area I was supposed to visit. So now we got 2 of those done. Okay, let me get this one back up and activated. I think I accepted that task that's there. That one is called a sandy error. Yeah, I've already accepted that one. It's on the list. I think that's one of those where I got to go rescue a vehicle somewhere and bring it here. Probably should have taken a little bit longer way around, but I'm going to try shooting across right here. No, see that lock? No, see. I even got the camera pointed over there. Just gotta be careful I don't tip over the trailer. Hello, Panther. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. And yep, happy 4th of July to you as well, for those who are celebrating it. I actually got confused what day the 4th was. I thought the 4th was tomorrow. Our town had their fireworks display last night. Shame is, I used to be able to see the fireworks from the town right from my own deck. But through the years, trees have grown, and now I can't see them that well. I can see the glow, but I can't actually see the fireworks anymore. But I must say, I don't enjoy watching fireworks anymore. I only enjoy it unless I'm lighting the fireworks myself. Which I did for about 4 or 5 years when I was in the fire department. The fire department, way back in the day, was in charge of doing the fireworks display, but insurance companies finally said, no, hire professionals to do it. So, fire department no longer does the fireworks. Well, they may do it now, I don't know, but when I was in the fire department, it got switched over to have professionals light them off. So I wonder, getting this job done here, because this has opened the skies again, maybe this will get some of the other contracts unlocked. I'm going to say it's over here, and that service trailer needs to go to that one there. I'm not too sure, but that's what I'm going to find out here in a second. Alright, so I'm not getting the option to unload anything here. I can't drive on the helipad apparently. So now I gotta back this up. This ought to be fun. There we go. Now we're up on the helipad. Not that I want to be on here, but I gotta turn around. Am I younger than you? If I remember what you said your age was, yes. Funny thing is, that service trailer over here is what I had to bring up here, but yet there's a service trailer here. Alright, cargo management. Alright, there's all that good stuff. Let me drop this trailer off here. Knock over their picnic table. Attached trailers. I will repair this while we're here. Can I also refuel? Any fuel in that? No, there is not. Warehouse is now available. 1480 experience, 17,800 in cash. What warehouse is it? This one here? This one has pipes at it. Alright, but now we got to get back to where we came from. Because my other truck is stuck. So let's go see if I can... oh yeah, looks like we got Sky Cargo. That unlocked. Deliver up here a curtain side trailer. And apparently that is on the other map. Okay. Well, I mean, it did unlock something at least. Well, the thing is, I burned about half my fuel getting all that done, but now I'm returning empty-handed, so... I should get back without running out of fuel. Alright, let's get back up to the steam factory or whatever they're called. Wonder where that trailer is on the other map that I gotta bring up to that helipad. Take off all-wheel drive? Are you crazy? We're fine on fuel. If that's what you're trying to help with, saving fuel, but we're fine on it. Yeah, I used a half a tank on... Wait. Nope, I want to take that road. I used half the fuel getting there, but that was hauling a trailer with all those cargo on it. Coming back is going to be a piece of cake. But in SnowRunner, unless you're really driving on asphalt, all-wheel drive is a good thing to leave turned on. Alright, might as well go to the fuel carrier and just top this off with fuel, because I don't want to get down in there trying to move all this cargo around and then have to come back up here just to grab some fuel. Alright, refuel, fuel carrier. Yeah, I've already used over 1,000 liters out of the fuel carrier. Alright, get this job back up and going. So, what needs to go at this one? Steam pipe 3 needs the consumables. Alright. Let's also get to the morning hours so you can see what the heck we're doing. Yeah, if I turned off all-wheel drive on this Tatra, even just going through this, I don't think I'd be going hardly anywhere. And I'd be burning more fuel trying to just move forward. Alright, so the consumables, I think, are in the back of this trailer. Activate anchors. Change trucks. I need to unpack cargo. Get back into you. Great. Which one's the vehicle spare parts and which one's consumables? Well, I'm going to grab these. Pack cargo. Restore crane. And hope I don't get this stuck or tipped over. Not liking that angle. Let's try not to ride that rock too much. And I feel like I got the wrong stuff. Because I don't know the difference between the consumables and the vehicle spare parts. Alright, I had the right stuff there. Alright, so this is Steam Pipe 4. Steam Pipe 4 wants the metal rolls, which we just have one of. Maybe just drive around on this side? I don't think I need anchors for this, because that truck and trailer is pretty much stopping me from tipping over. Okay, pack cargo, restore crane. Yeah, so this one here, you got to plan a little bit more than I had previously in the other jobs. All right, now I'm going to try to help get my truck out of that situation. I will pack that cargo on the trailer because I don't want it falling off. Okay, let's go ahead and pack cargo. Oh, I can't start the engine of the other truck because I'm not attached to the truck. I'm attached to the trailer. Well, let's see if this will actually do anything here. Yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, that's asking quite a bit of this tow truck to try to pull that out of there. Well, maybe by getting some of the weight off, maybe that will, maybe this will move now. Can we not? There we go. Yeah, this doesn't turn the greatest. But at least we're not stuck. Trailer does not want to go over that little bit of a hump. But we can do all of that. Alright, so I'll probably use a tow truck to go deliver this stuff, though. So we'll get the truck parked over here. Okay, let's unpack cargo. So this is steam pipe 2, so I need the vehicle spare parts for that. We'll do that one first. It's in good enough. Pack cargo. Restore crane. Gotta be careful out here, because I don't think there's... Oh, there is something to winch to. Okay, let's go get the pipes now. And just got to turn around 20 different times just to get this thing facing the right direction. And I think the same way I just went in, honestly. $1,820 experience, $19,850 paid for the job. And now this one is up and running. So that unlocked. Oh, this one here. Large pipe, large pipe, large pipe. I do believe I can get the large pipes now up here. A large pipe is 4 slots. And I got to deliver 3 of them on that quest. Right? Just, I don't want to say just 3. So one of them's got to go there. Then to here, then to here. All right, well, that's something I'm not going to be doing right now, because that might take some planning. All right, so, yeah, we're kind of doing that one as we go. Sky Cargo. Oh, yeah, that's the one we just barely got. That trailer's on the other map somewhere. This one, yes, accept. This is the next one we're doing. So I got the Tatra over here. We're already hooked up to the trailer. We got to bring this to the other map. And like I said, it looks like a horse trailer, but obviously by the setup, I don't think it's for horses. So now we're kind of looking at the map. This is where the tunnel we usually come through. Now we're at the other end of the map where the other tunnel is. Obviously, I'm going to take this tunnel, but where we come out on the other map is not going to be too favorable. But, you know, just get on the other map first off, I think is what we'll do. Low plus, park and brake, diff lock, and all-wheel drive is always on. So, hopefully we can get on through. Oh, before I go all the way through the tunnel, my Tuz is over here. I think I want to top this off with fuel before I go through. If I don't tip over. And I do believe when we get back on the other map, we're going to have a little bit of a haul to get to where this trailer needs to go. I think it needs to go down by the beach where we got the concert area up and going yesterday. It's a movie star trailer from a previous season. Well, as we know, I have skipped a few seasons, so... let me go ahead and just park this here for a second. Isn't my Tuz... Yeah, my Tuz is right here. Refuel. Nope, different source would be good. Truck supplies, yes. Target. Now I'll just back this up to give myself some room. I would question why the trailer where it was in the first place where we started. Back to the Costa map. Alright, so that's where we are. And I think it needs to go on down here. Well, we know this way is not that bad. Well, trying to think of the best way, and I don't think there really is a best way. All right, I think I'm just going to drive on down here, and we're going to cross like right here over to here. And then I may just come back out to the road if I want to, or we will probably top off with fuel. And then I'll figure out if I want to go up and around, which is probably not, that might be the best way to go, honestly. But let's, let me get that far first. If the trailers are rocking. Well, I hope he doesn't mind, or whoever this movie star is doesn't mind that the inside of the trailer might be a little bit messy when it gets there. And, oh, I got a log right there. Almost didn't see that log. Hey, Stacks. Welcome, and thanks again for the raid. At least I got the notification this time. I didn't get it a couple days ago. Hopefully your stream went well today. We are trying to get, apparently, a movie star's trailer to the beach. And right now I'm getting stuck in the mud, as you do in SnowRunner. And pretty soon I'm probably going to get stuck in the river when I try to cross that. Alright, I'm pretty sure the trailer can attach to that palm tree. Oh, I'm still not close enough to that. How far? Oh, we're still quite a ways, actually. Well, I think I can still use the back of that to that for a little bit more. And that might get me close enough to that tree up front. Oh, it did. It's almost like whoever made the map knew how long the cables were of a winch. Alright, we need to cross the river. Maybe. Kind of hard to see the rocks, but it should be like right in this general area. I'm kind of missing my mark over there, but that's fine. Nope. Oh, okay, wait, we're moving. We were moving. Yeah, the trailer is having a little problem getting its rear end over that hump, but that should help out quite a bit. Hello, Guinea Pig. Welcome. Hope you're having a good 4th of July / Saturday. Alright, this is not hauling this to the mud that well. Yeah, let's get rid of that marker there. Basically, I'm just trying to get back to here. And then I want to come up by the service hub and get out to the asphalt from there. But I may need some assistance. Trying to figure out what is the best approach on this island. I think I'm going to go to the left of the island. Oh, no, no, no. Don't tip my trailer over. We don't want that to happen. But guess what? You really don't have many other choices here. I know this is what I was just hitched up to, but... yeah, this is not working out as intended. Alright, this is going to need some help to get this trailer through this. So, I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, we'll jump into this. And then we will just recover. Leave the garage. And we'll drive over. That way I got a full tank of fuel. I mean, I could have converted this to a low saddle. Don't want to try that. Heck with it. Recover. Customize. I was just going to tow it out, but you know what? Saddle low. And then, because John told us about this the other day, what I can do with this A's off, is there is a one slot somewhere. Where did I miss it? I don't see the one slot for this A's off where I can have the crane, the one slot, and the saddle. So we're just going to have the crane and the saddle, I suppose. I don't see that one slot that would fit there. All right, we're just going to go with that. All right, take me about 3 minutes probably to drive out to this trailer, but we'll swap the Tega for the Azov. I went past it. I went past it like 3 or 4 times then. I didn't see where one would fit in between the crane and the saddle. At least I wasn't showing it that way. No big deal, because I don't think I'm going to keep this set up on this anyways? Question mark. And if the Azov can't pull this trailer out, then at least I got the Tega there to winch to that to give it a little bit more support. Happy 4th to you as well. Stacks, hopefully your weekend is going well. And again, appreciate the raid. We are about halfway done with Season 18. Well, actually, we should be by now with the amount of jobs I got done so far today. Careful that curb. Been over that curb like 50 times. At one time, blew out 2 tires going over that curb. As you do in SnowRunner, you know, you go over a lot of potholes or whatever, nothing ever happens, and then the 12th time you go over it, half of the suspension gets torn out. I think this Azov is going to pull this trailer out with not much difficulty. And I'll probably, once we get the trailer attached, we'll skip to the morning hours. We don't want to be doing this in the dark for many reasons. Just up over the hill. Throw on some headlights here. Like I said, we're going to advance to the morning hours in just a minute. That was my marker just to see how far it was when I was pulling the trailer to this intersection. So I said I wanted to go on the left, which is now our right. So, yeah, I thought about towing it out, but I think this Azov will probably just make it out on its own, so we're going to just swap trucks. just going to put this right there for now. Make sure I turn off the engine. Is that going to be close enough? Too far away. Okay. Need to get under it. Alright, that should be good. There we go. Alright, let's see if the Azov can pull this out. Oh, maybe not. What kind of a winch do I have on the Azov? Wow, so that trailer is really not liking this at all. Alright, as long as I get some forward momentum. You gonna like high gear going through here? Just gotta be careful I don't get too bouncy. One slot bed is between the LP log, load crane, and the long flatbed. Well, if I do convert it back over to something else, well, keep this setup, then maybe I will throw it on there. But for now, let's get this movie star their trailer. At least what's going to be left of their trailer by the time I get it there. Right, up and around. We're going to go by the solar panels and up over the mountain that way. But I can't picture myself getting stuck anywhere now, per se, with this setup to the end. Screaming at your monitor again. You know, your wife is going to think you're more crazy than usual. SnowRunner is $12 at the moment. Might be a time to finally try it. It's a game that, I mean, if you've been watching people play it, you know that it's a game you're going to have a love-hate relationship with it, and you got to have patience with it. The only advice I try to give people if they're getting into it is don't don't stick to a job and just try to get that job done. If it's frustrating you, move on to something else. There's plenty of jobs to get to. And for $12, you're going to get hours of playtime out of that. Is it a driving obstacle course? I mean, that's a way to look at it. I mean, you are building up some infrastructures. You will be bringing materials to roads. You're not building the roads per se, but you are bringing material to that to get the roads built so you can get from point A to point B a lot better. But it is finding better routes. Oh, wait, where am I going? Nope, nope, wrong way. Actually, heck with it. We're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. Change my mind. We'll go this way. But yeah, there's... I mean, if you want to consider an obstacle course, that's a way to look at it. You are going to get stuck. You are going to roll over. You're going to get frustrated here and there, but that's what SnowRunner is. All right, so there's a quote-unquote road out here to our left. But at the beginning of yesterday's stream, I tried taking this route, and, well, I roll over. Because it is kind of a sharp angle. Is there some place I could really turn around here? Let me try... I need to be facing the opposite direction that I'm facing, so I think we can turn around up here. Roadcraft is more forgiving with the driving. SnowRunner is more of the challenge on the driving side of things. Roadcraft is more building up infrastructure. All right, this Azov got down here a little smoother. Okay, I wasn't expecting to get stuck on... What am I stuck on? Am I high-centered on something? Oh, wait, is that one of the... I think that is the arrow sign from the road propping my truck up. All right, there is a way, I think a way around this is if I go to another map. All right, we're just going to jump into this truck and then go back to the other map. The map kind of resets and that road sign won't be underneath my truck. Let's see if it reloads, if that sign's still there. Yeah, I don't see that road sign there. And now, easy peasy, nice and easy. Both games really chew up the hours, that's for sure. I mean, you get your value. I mean, if you really like the game, buying like the seasons in SnowRunner or whatever, you're going to get your hours worth for the amount you pay for it. Same thing can be said for Roadcraft. Hours of work to do on all the maps. Wait for the wheels to turn before you drive forward there, sir. For those wondering, this is a modded Azoff that I'm using by Mr. Buses. I think it's the modder that made this Azoff, and it's an absolute beast. All right, see if the river pushes me down a little bit. Downstream, that is. Nope, not the Azoff. Oh, I'm not fully in. There we go. And now he's ready to perform. 620 experience, 7,100. I mean, in real life, if someone paid me 7,000 to deliver that, well, in real life, I would have beat the crap out of that trailer getting here. But yeah. So did that? Well, that's the wrong button. Did that open up any more jobs? No. Didn't open anything more there, and didn't open up anything more there. So that one's visiting. Yes, deliver the curtain trailer. Oh, that is a long haul to deliver that. And this one is, oh, drilling equipment. Yes. That is down here, and I think that is a 4 slot. So what I would need to do is get myself a trailer, come down here and grab that drilling equipment. Yeah, I know where it needs to go. Yeah, so probably the Azoff would be better to get that delivered. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to recover this. Customize, not that it really matters. And apparently that's the one I am looking for. We'll add that. That's a 1-slot flatbed. Technically, I think it's a 2-slot flatbed with the crane on top of it. Is that going to glitch it out, though? So yeah, it's kind of, the crane is kind of glitched into the flatbed, which is actually a 2-slotted flatbed, but with the crane on it, it's going to make it a 1-slot. Do I have any trailers around? No, I do not. Alright, so we'll just have to go buy one. Hello, Miles. Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. I think all of my semi-trailers might be on the other map. So whether this is a 4-slot or a 5-slot, the trailer that we're buying should be sufficient enough. So I think when I was in the shop before customizing this, and I went past this flatbed because this is a 2-slot flatbed. And I was looking for the 1-slot. Alright, so we want to grab... I'm just looking at the wheelbase, and actually I might like that one. Compared to... that. Although that one seems shorter. But that makes that angle look quite a... like quite a bit. Alright, let's go get this drilling equipment off the dock. And then we may start, when we get over there, because we got this set up, may start looking at maybe getting those long pipes delivered. Just thinking of the route from once we get this drilling equipment loaded on the trailer, what route I want to take. And I think I've kind of made up my mind. So I think, yeah, we're down to 2 tasks on this map. And I don't know, maybe like 8 to 10 tasks on the other map. And about 20 or so more contracts to do. Alright, you can see the up arrow, that is where the drilling equipment is. Gotta figure out how I want to get in there and grab it. No, I can't. I was thinking that went down all the way to the side, but looking at the mini-map, it only goes a little ways. So I think I need to go in here. Oh, there's more room in here than I thought there was. Is that going to be enough for it to pack that cargo? It is. Alright, so this needs to go on the other map. So let's make our way on over. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get this over there. Just going to take time. But at the same time, when I feel like it's going to be an easy drive, can't lose focus. Because that's when things will go wrong. So headed back to the center of town. Just unfortunate that the dock is on one end of the map and the gateway I want to use is at the other end. Of course, when I go through, I'll top off with fuel. Starting to think that contract where I got to visit 3 sites and I've already visited 2, that might be a contract that if I complete that, that'll unlock quite a bit. Alright, topped off with fuel. Although this Azov does get good fuel mileage and it holds quite a bit to begin with. Not sure if this is the quickest way to the gateway, but it's going to be the easiest route to the gateway. But once we leave the asphalt up here in just a couple of seconds, the rest is all off-road. Alright, this is where we leave the friendly confines of asphalt. Alright, so now if we just come down through here gently. Two a.m. you're off to bed. So technically, isn't it like the 5th of July for you? But happy 4th to you as well. And thanks for stopping on in for a little bit, David. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And hopefully we'll catch you again sometime soon. When we get to the other map, we'll probably fast forward time to the morning hours. Again, I don't play in the daytime. I don't play in the nighttime just because it's hard to see the terrain. And that's very crucial. And two, it's not... you don't get to see that much either because it's dark. I mean, it's not dark. I mean, the nighttime is lit somewhat. But obviously, daytime is a lot better for your viewing pleasure. Alright, we made it across this map. Now when we get on the other map, we got to go halfway across. Almost dead center in the map, actually. Looks a little brighter on this map, actually, but we're going to go to 6 a.m. So yeah, I need to go out to here. And there's two ways we can go, and I'm just trying to figure out which way is the best way. I think I'm going to go through the concrete plant. Because we've already been around this section of the map quite a bit today. So I'm going to go up through the concrete plant and then up and around to here. Maybe high gear is something I want to be in instead of automatic going through this. Yeah, it's about 10 degrees cooler today than it has been. Although the humidity seems like it's increased quite a bit, so it feels the same. But yeah, it's not going to be in the mid 90s today. It's only going to be like low 80s, so a lot better temperature wise. So after I get this delivery done, which should be in the next 5 minutes, I'll have to recalculate what to do next, because then I'll have done everything I set up last night for today. Yeah, getting those large pipes fixed, that might be a good thing, so I'll open up some more passageways to get around this map. .71 degrees over there. That's like almost perfect temperature if the humidity's right. Which is good for your wife, I'm sure. Or at least better than it was for you last week. I was just thinking about the large pipes. I don't think I'm going to be able to double stack or even triple stack those. Be great if we could. Obviously, I can put one pipe on the trailer, secure that. I can put one on the crane. But I'm not going to be able to grab all three. Warehouse is now available. I don't know what warehouse it is, but 1560 experience, 17,700 in cash. What do we get here? Can I click on that, please? Sand quarry. Well, we can get packaged sand, as you might expect. All right, so yes, we got a lot of tasks to do on this map. Oh, looks like it opened up. So getting that opened up actually gave us quite a few jobs, looks like. Guardian of the Sea opened up. They want bricks and packaged sand. Well, the good news is I got my Dan here. I can bring some packaged sand back, but if I need more... Alright, so sand needs to go there. Okay. And a voice from outer space needs a service trailer. Is that service trailer the one at the helipad? Yes, it is. And that needs to go on down to the research center. So that's not too bad. Cement, metal rolls, so on and so forth. Okay. Guarding the Sea. They want that to the lighthouse. So let me just accept that just for a second. Let's change trucks to the Dan. Let me just double check. I can't get sand on this map, right? Cement, bricks, tritopod. I would assume I can't get sand over here. That's why those jobs unlocked. Yes, we can't get sand over there. Okay. I was going to say, I don't want to be loading up sand here just to get all the way across both maps when I could just get it on the other map. Alright, package sand. Let me just get this out of the way. So this actually needs to go all the way back to the port where we just came from. Up to that lighthouse, but we're not going to do that just yet. Okay, so we got that. I think what I want to do, just to mix it up a little bit, is my Tuz is here. Alright, but I got a scout trailer. A trailer that decided to stay is the job. And I need to deliver that over to that house there. Which is... that's a drive and a half. But let me get there first, and we'll get this trailer... Just trying to figure out how to get there. I crossed here somewhere. Whoops, trailer decided to stay. I didn't, track it. Just to get into a different type of vehicle. I don't want to be driving all my Azovs over and over and over again. I mean, they are like the best trucks I have currently. But if you've been on the channel long enough, you know I like to mix up my equipment. Even like in Farm Sim, I don't like always staying in the same tractor, getting all the work done. It's nice to have different pieces of equipment just to make it feel like you're doing something different, which you are, but if you're still in the same vehicle all the time, I feel like I'm doing the same task over and over. And these are jobs that need to be done anyways. Although I may find out that getting from where this trailer is to where I got to deliver, I may have a hard time finding a decent path. Almost too deep, but not deep enough. So I brought my Azoff in here with a semi-trailer because we delivered over to that steam production over there. I thought about putting this trailer on that trailer, but then I went against that, and now here we are. Okay. All right, so the research center. Okay, so I can't go through there, but I can go through there. All right, so if I get this up to this road here, and then we take a right. Well, sorry, that'd be a left-hand turn up to there, and then a right-hand turn up. Oh, wait, that doesn't connect to that. Yeah, so I can't, if you're saying, why not take this road, there's a pipe going across, and I can't get through that. All right, I think I'm actually going to go back across the river, come through here, and we're going to go along here for another reason. There is a... Not sure which one it is. Might be this one. Yeah, start tracking. Where do I got to visit? I got to visit that. So if I just come up through there to there, and then we just got to come all the way around here up to the trailers and all the way up to there. So it's a little bit of a trip, but we're going to get 2 jobs done in one. At least I hope so. Well, across the river here, so should be fine again. Might not be the exact same spot, but what is this zone for anyways? Oh, they need a cabin delivered here. Ah, I think I remember that job now. Oh! I have not been over this bridge before, I guess. So that hurts a little bit. Now, oh, there we go. Just give it a little bit more gas and it's good. I do got repair stuff, I think. Not a whole lot. But, okay, that's all the repairs I got. I have not been over that bridge yet. But now I have. How have I not been over that bridge yet? I don't know. There is a service hub on this map, but I'm not going to be anywhere near it. It'll be fine as long as I don't really damage something too horribly wrong here. Just make sure I've taken this job, which I'm sure I have. I have not. Building a home. We cannot manage on our own. We started building homes for the locals, but ran out of material. If you can bring us supplies, we can finish construction. Package sand and cellulose. I'm not sure where I would get cellulose, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere. Can we not go on that rock? And not tip over? That was too close for comfort. I don't have any vehicles in this part of the map to come help me. And I'm not sure if I got an autonomous winch on this or not. I have no idea what kind of winch I got in here because I haven't tipped over in it yet. Not that I want to. $690 experience, 11,950 in cash for getting that all done. And that did open up some more jobs. Cabin for the first shift and cabins for the second shift. That is up by the fuel station? Okay. But let me get this this job back up, and so we need to know where we need. Well, we'll know where we need to go. But I know research center is where I gotta head to. So it looks like we're going to have a lot of semi-deliveries to come over to this map. I'm sure I've taken that job, which I have. Another one of these bridges that collapsed, but I can go over it this way. But if I was going the other way, I'd have to go around it. That was the concrete plant that you just saw in the corner. And this should be the road? No, next road. Not used to turning to the research center coming back from this direction. Alright, we're not too far from the research center. Just got to go up and over this mountain range here. It'll be on the other side. And then I'll have to mark the map because I'm bringing this trailer. I don't know if I've been up and around behind the research center before. But there's the research center, which I really haven't brought a whole lot of material to yet. I'm guessing some sort of scrap metal at some point to maybe get the satellite dishes up and going. If that's even a job, I don't know. But it seems like it would be. Alright, so there's a road going to the right and left, and I don't know exactly where I want to go. Oh, that's right, I want to turn up to here, so after the fuel carrier. And that's where that needs to go. Yeah, I must have been up there because the watchtower is over here. I'm not going to take any fuel from the fuel carrier because this holds a lot as it is. And I've already gone through more than half of that fuel carrier already, and I just brought it there not long ago. I'm not desperate for fuel in the Tuz. Alright, this is where the trailer needs to go. 550 experience, 6,500 in cash. But a job, I was going to say well done, but it's done. So back to the quarry just for a moment. Which one? That needs 2 sand to there. Water carrier trailer. Oh, I haven't even been up there. I was like, I haven't seen one of those. Vehicle spare parts into the map, so that unlocks a crafting zone and truck repair services. Interesting. This needs to go to the radio hill, more sand. And I need 3 sand to there. Alright, so if I load up with sand, I can bring 3 sand to there, and then 2 sand to here. We can get that stuff delivered. It will actually allow me to pack both pieces of sand on that, even though the crane is there. That is interesting. Since it doesn't cost me nothing to load it up, I'm going to take all the sand that I can. So actually, this setup is technically better than using the high saddle and the 6-slotted trailer. Because I can secure 7 with this. Actually, no, I take that back. With a 6-slotted trailer, I would be able to secure 8 things. Because I can't count. Alright, so let's go deliver... what job was that? That wanted... Yeah, so we'll just track this one. I know how to get there. Let's also get to the morning hours, and we'll go deliver the sand for that one. That 2 sand, that's got to go back to the lighthouse at the port. So yeah, being a modded truck, the crane is glitched into the flatbed. I was expecting it not to pack on the flatbed. I thought I was going to say something to the fact of it's blocked. But I guess the game doesn't see that as being blocked. So kind of cheating there a little bit. No winch point available. Can we get a little bit more speed on that trailer and have it bounce up and over those rocks? Is there a winch point anywhere? No. Alright, let me just see if I can get this trailer to go over those rocks. There we go. So for the jobs I'm about to do, I don't need this much sand, but since I'm there, I'm going to grab it. We can always delete it off the trailer if we want to. But why not always, you know, until I need the space, load it on up. Yeah, how about that then? Yeah, I was not expecting the slots on the truck to be able to hold both. But here we are. Why didn't let me winch to the pole that was in front of me? I'm not sure which one it was, but there's just some items in the game that the game will not let you attach to. Just going to get this truck out of the way. And I don't think I'm close enough to... Nope. Yeah, just because there's an item there doesn't mean you can always winch to it. Now, the one thing I don't know yet is if I were to go use this crane on the truck, I'm not sure what would happen. Truck may go flying across the map or something. Because the crane is kind of inside that bag of sand now. I may give it a try once I get down here. Because I'm at a service hub, so if it happens to damage the truck somehow, I can just get the truck repaired easily. But I'll probably take the sand right where the crane is, so I won't be able to test the theory. And it did. So I won't be able to test it on out. But the sand's delivered here, so now I need to bring it over to the concrete plant is where it needs to go next. This also needs concrete slabs. Can I get bricks on this map? That's what I don't know. I don't think so. That's the pipes. Cabins, cabins, concrete rhythm. I don't think I can get vehicle spare parts on this map. No. Alright, well, we'll go deliver this sand. And then we'll have to come back with the concrete slabs. But we're getting things done. Not completed, but we're getting things done. Yeah, looks like I got to do a... Where all my trucks are currently, everything's just kind of now out of place. And it looks like we're getting to the jobs where they're requiring stuff that's on another map. Darn camera collisions. There we go. Not too worried about fuel. After I drop off the sand and we get the concrete slabs and bring it back to where we just were. Up and around that corner, not too far from that, is where the fuel depot is. And I can top off of fuel after that if I want to. Well, I shouldn't say if I want to. It'd be wise to. So I'll probably end up deleting 2 packages of sand. But again, we don't pay for them, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so yeah, we do got 2 drop-off points, because one's going to be for the water carrier, and the other one's going to be for the sand. So which one's which? Alright, so... remove cargo. And then... Wait, which one was I doing? This one here. Also needs cement. So 2 cement, 2 concrete slabs. Is this not a... There we go. Cement goes there, and concrete slabs can go there. Did I do that right? Oh, nope, this one here. 2 concrete slabs, 2 cement, and then it's 1 brick and 2 metal beams. So that would 2 metal beams and bricks. That's 5 slots in total. All right. So before I unload the cement when I get up there, I'm going to have to try to see what happens if I activate the crane with the cement on there. What happens? It might go horribly wrong. I don't know. But sometimes you got to try things out to see what happens. Alright, just gotta be a little cautious about this part, because your trailer sometimes will get sucked down into that ditch going up through here, and that could drag your truck down and in. Hello, Ark. Jay, welcome. I got SnowRunner. I don't know if you're referring to me, but I've had SnowRunner since the day it came out. Don't know how many recorded episodes I've done of SnowRunner, but as of recent, I think SnowRunner is a good game to live stream. Because it seems like a lot of people want to see all of the job being done, driving from point A to point B, because that's really what SnowRunner is about. It's not like, well, yeah, here's, if I did a recording, it'd be pretty much me just saying, oh, let's pick up the equipment. All right, I'll meet you at the other side where we drop it off. Well, the fun part of SnowRunner, well, fun part, I use that term loosely, is getting from point A to point B. So a lot of people like to see that. And if I just did recordings, I'd probably just get half of a job done per recording. So I think a live stream is better. I love playing SnowRunner, but just really has never caught on that well on the channel. But I think the live streams are starting to attract more and more people to it. Which is good, because I got a lot of catching up to do in SnowRunner. Concrete slabs. Let's get rid of those first. Well, I say get rid of those. I can't do the cement because that part of the task is locked until I bring bricks in. Alright, so I gotta find out what happens here. Let me detach from the trailer in case something weird happens here. Alright, so if I activate... Oh, I want to put down the anchors. Alright, let's activate the crane, see what happens. Well, at first the cement jiggled around, but it looks like it's fine. Yeah, it does a little bit of weird stuff, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to glitch out at all. Alright, get that back on there. Turn that off. Alright, let's see how we are doing here. So I was like at 46% done starting today. We are now 56% done with everything that we have currently accomplished today, which I thought we'd done a whole lot, but okay, we got a ways to go. Wait, what's my money back up to, though? Almost 800 grand. All right, so wait, I gotta get my bearings again. All right, I think we're gonna grab 78% fuel. Oh, I don't have a crane on this. Oh, I was gonna grab the large pipes and bring a couple extra down, but I don't have a crane on this. Oh, I was going to say, I couldn't figure out where my other Azov was. My other Azov is way the heck out here. Alright, so that'd be a long drive over to get those pipes. I did 185 episodes. I'm sure there's some streams in there as well. Delivering the logging trailer. That logging trailer is way the heck over here. Oh, that's that one. Those are large pipes. Yes, yes. And Guardians of the Sea. Packages of sand. Needs to go to the lighthouse. Alright, we're gonna grab that. Where am I here? We are here. I think coming back out here and down and through is the quickest way. Bouncy, bouncy. Alright, get back to the other map, because we've been on this map now for a little bit. So a change of scenery do me some good. So I know where to get bricks, but I don't have a crane on here. That would have been nice if I did. But as far as I can remember, you can't get a crane on this vehicle. Man, it's kind of a kick in the crotch when I saw how much I got done on the map now. I've only done 10% today. Of all the jobs we have completed, I'm thinking, oh, we're going to be up in the 60s. No. Mid-50s. Come on, Dan. Get through that mud. Alright, go through the concrete plant, and then on to the gateway, which just popped up on the screen. Should be fine on fuel. To get to the fuel depot on the other map. And probably when I get to the other map, might be time to advance time to morning once again. So that Kolob truck did pretty well. First time really using it. And I think the reason why I haven't used it before is because it can only equip a high saddle, which is fine because I do use those high saddle trailers often now. Yeah, I just can't put a crane on it. So to be able to haul something like a large pipe on the trailer and then have one attached to the crane to grab two in one go isn't going to happen. Not with that setup. Alright, just about at the gateway. And 6 a.m. just like that. Do I have... So this is where I get the bricks at. But I don't have any way to load them up with my current setup. That's a logging trailer over there. So, yep, just drive right on through, I suppose. So we're going to just go out past the warehouse, cut through there, and then bring us right up to the asphalt. Then, as I mentioned before, we're going to go right past the fuel depot. Top this off with fuel, head on down to the port, because that's where this lighthouse is. At least going this way, I can go over the bridge. Carefully, though. Alright, so let's go see where this old lighthouse actually is. It's not the same lighthouse that we delivered the trailer and equipment to yesterday. Gotta go around this roadblock, which I don't think there's a job for that. At least we haven't got one yet for it. Although getting around it's not too difficult. Not within 1,000 meters of the lighthouse because it's not showing my drop-off point yet. Get some much needed fuel. Ouch. That was there just to get my attention. Took that corner a little too sharp. Starting to wonder. I am going to the right location, I hope. Yeah, I'm surprised that it's not showing up so far. Ah, there it is. When I get to the port, we'll have to track exactly where I need to go. I know there's another trailer, big trailer in here. It's up on the ship. And there's another big trailer over at a gateway that we have not needed to move yet. But I can see it right there on that cargo ship. I'm not sure what it is. But that trailer up there in that cargo ship's going to go somewhere. I'm guessing that lighthouse right in front of us. Yep, just take the road that we are headed for. Haven't really driven on this yet. Gonna get around that tree. Kind of. I think I'll winch to that tree just to be sure. Okay, it's not as bad as it seemed. Well, maybe it is. Might be better to come. Oh, might be better to come up from the other side next time. Sure, why not? Let's head on down and see what's going on here. Almost makes me feel like there might be something out here. Although I don't see anything like an abandoned vehicle where there might be an upgrade. And besides, I think this is telling me I got all 6 upgrades on this region anyways. Oop. Probably one of the contracts later on is visit this location. Let me go up and park up by this trailer up here. Just so we can have a better look at it. I'm not really sure I know exactly what that is. It's like a turbo engine. I have no idea. Turbo engine near the back. I have no idea what that thing is. Not a clue. So again, on this map here, as far as I know, there are only 2 tasks left. I haven't accepted either one. One of them's after the rain, which is there, and another one is reclaiming property, which is over there. I don't have any vehicles around them just to go grab. Yeah, we were kind of doing that one. Oh yeah, so... Oh yeah, the curtain side trailer that's there. That might be something I can do with the Tega, because it's not too far to go up and grab. That would bring me out there. So I'm just thinking in my head of how much fuel is that? 64% fuel. Ouch. Yeah, I think I'm at the point of today, because now it's kind of like a lot of setting up stuff to do. Short flatbed semi-trailer with parts. Yeah, looks like I'm at the point of getting where I got to set things up again. Because now it's like a lot of... Every job is I got to do a lot of driving to get from point A to point B. And it's going to be just a lot of not as exciting stuff as trying to get things delivered. So I think that's where we are going to wrap it up for today. Again, we got like 10% done today. So, I mean, we got things done. That's the important thing. We got some other jobs done as well, parts of other jobs done. I don't think that takes it in consideration either. I think it only counts it once the job is fully done, but we'll get there. Not too bad. So yeah, no stream tomorrow. I was thinking about streaming tomorrow, but yeah, I need to take a day off here from streaming anyways. So no stream tomorrow. I have not recorded ATS for tomorrow yet, so I'm 50-50 of getting that recorded later on today, tonight, / for an episode tomorrow. So don't be surprised if there isn't an ATS video tomorrow. But also don't be surprised if it's not there per usual. I will be back streaming on Monday, and we'll be doing Farm Sim 25, getting back on Pashani Valley. We are getting kind of close to the end of Pashani Valley. We harvested grapes, and we are making wine, and now we're just kind of going through that whole process for the first time, making wine, and also saving up money for buying the BGA on that. For SnowRunner, next stream for SnowRunner would be next Thursday, if my schedule keeps as is. And, yeah, unless anything comes across my desk, but that is the plan for SnowRunner. And what I plan to do on Monday, I already told you, and recorded episode for ATS tomorrow is, like I said, 50-50. So again, appreciate everyone being here. Also, thanks again to Stacks for the raid earlier on today. If any of you are still here, very much appreciate that you stuck around. And if you did like what you saw, maybe think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell. Because, yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more SnowRunner here in the future compared to the way I used to do it, which was do about a half dozen episodes and take a month off, and do another half dozen episodes, take another month off. We're going to be sticking around in SnowRunner quite a bit. But I'm going to jump out of here. For those celebrating the 4th of July here in the States, have a good weekend, stay safe. The rest of you, have a good rest of your normal weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, have a good Sunday, and hopefully I'll see you all on Monday. But until then, have a good one.